Alright everyone, let's just pop this off here for a second, and I want to show you guys. This is I think it's called a Gripod or a Grip Pod or something like that, and this is literally the worst tripod you could ever buy, and I seriously hate it, and I'm getting really annoyed with it. I really want a real tripod. It's so flimsy. You're supposed to be able to like grip it and have like strong grip anywhere, but you know what? It doesn't even work on a flat surface, and it's just it's useless. But anyway, this is Beepo 16A. I'm gonna do a knife review on my oldest knife investment, pretty much. Just recently, over the past year, I've kind of gotten into collecting knives. That whole thing started when I got my first Swiss Army knife. I was probably 5 or 6 or 7 years old. My second trip to France, I bought a Swiss Army knife. It's actually right here. Whoa. See, it's been through some wear and tear. It's absolutely disgusting. Ugh. Do you see the inside of that? Can you see the inside of this Swiss Army knife? It's gross, but with this grossness holds a lot of memories. Bought it in France, Chamonix, France, in the Alps. I thought it'd be more genuine because it was from Europe, but of course it's all the same thing. Excuse me. But yeah, this is the first knife that I bought getting into knives, and it is the SOG Seal Pup Elite. And the reason I bought a Seal Pup Elite is because I went camping with my friends and my friend and his brother, and my friend's brother was in the military. He served in Iraq as an infantryman. More specifically, he was in a cavalry division, and he fell in love with SOG knives during his deployment, and so he had a SOG Pentagon Elite folder, and he was repping for the SOG brand. So one day at school, my friend was on the SOG Knives website, and he's like, "Oh, look, Seal Pups. The Seal Pup is on sale or something." And I was like, "What? Seal Pups are by SOG?" And yeah, I don't know where I had heard of Seal Pups, but I had. This is probably SOG's most famous knife through the military community, and I think it's probably been in some media. Seal Pups, I think, are definitively SOG's most recognizable brand, and yeah. I already did a review on the Sheath, so I'm not going to go do another review on the Sheath, but just to clarify, this is probably going to be a pretty long video. This knife I've had it for over a year, but I didn't really feel comfortable enough talking about it until right now, because of the fact that I just didn't use it that well. To be fair, I've used it in some pretty extreme places. It's been with me backpacking down the Grand Canyon for a week, backpacking some other places, hiking, exploring around here in the desert Southwest, mountain terrain and high desert terrain, and I just really wanted to really put it through its paces, because this is a survival knife, and you're not in survival situations very often to really have it prove itself as a survival knife. But so it's taken a year to really feel confident enough making this review, so I hope it's good. It'll probably be at least 15 minutes, maybe even more, maybe even less, but I'm pretty much aiming for 15 minutes here. I've probably got a lot to say about it. So, excuse that, that is Facebook. And anyway, let's get into the review. This knife, it's supposed to come in a Kydex sheath, comes in a nylon sheath. Real fast, I do want to say that I carry this in the Stoner multi-tool pouch. I carry a Gerber suspension multi-tool, probably Gerber's best multi-tool, you know, kind of a hated company right now in the knife community. Nice sheath, ballistic nylon. Check out my review on that if you want to know more about it. But carry the Gerber multi-tool in there. You can also carry a sharpening stone or a fire starter, which I also have in I actually carry the fire starter in the pouch that came with the Gerber. But we're going to put that to the side and just look at the knife. This knife comes in almost 10 inches. It's 9.5 inches long with a blade length of 4.85 inches. From here to here is 4.85 inches, which is an adequate blade length. It's actually slightly longer than the regular Seal Pup, which for some reason they ended it right here and it just turns into tang right here. I don't know why they did that. And even here, like, why don't they extend the grind to right there? I guess you could use that as a finger hold, but you're riding up so close to the serrations. I wouldn't do it. It's not a heavy knife, not a light knife. It weighs in at 5.4 ounces, so for a medium fixed blade, not bad. I don't really have that much experience with other fixed blades, so I'll just say that carrying this on my gear down the Grand Canyon with my backpack, not an issue. This is made in Taiwan, as you can see here. Oh, sweet, sweet Jesus. Here, focus, camera. Alright, made in Taiwan. And people will automatically kind of throw or just discard the notion of using a knife that's not made in the United States. But you know what? If it's a good product, you know, give the craftsman some due. You know, give them some gratitude. You know, if they make a good quality product, shouldn't matter what country it's from. Although I will say that I do prefer economically to have production here in the United States. It's good for the economy. But you know, I'm not gonna throw this away because it's made in Taiwan. You know, it's still good quality, AUS 8 steel, and SOG's heat treat. You know, I'm not so sure about it. This knife doesn't stay sharp for very long. You can sharpen it relatively easy, and it stays sharp for long enough, but it doesn't keep an edge like other knives do. I've had better edge retention experience using CRKTs. I don't have one on me, but this is a CRKT Spew, which is actually really, really soft steel. I think it's like 440 or something, and that's not even a good talking point. Don't know why I took that out, but yeah. So AUS 8 steel, not bad steel. Could be better. For the survival purposes of this knife, probably don't need it to be razor sharp or anything, because it's a survival knife. This knife, the grip is made out of SOG's GRN, which is glass reinforced nylon. Super tough, super durable. It has a checkering pattern here, which, as you can see, has collected a bunch of like wood sap and little pieces of dirt and everything. This knife has been used, and recently. You know, I've wiped it down with my handkerchief in the field, but yeah, you know, has character to me. I don't really care. But yeah, no, it has a lot of traction, good traction. Here, this jimping up here on the thumb ramp could be stronger. Doesn't really stay on there. That's not very functional, just mostly decoration. Same here. And on the bottom here, it's not textured, but that's okay because they're just finger choils, and you got a choil for each finger. The handle is actually longer than regular Seal Pup handle. They extended it and made it curve down a little bit because I guess there was a complaint that the original Seal Pup, the handle was too small for big hands. This fits my hand just right. Not a bad handle at all. And it works in reverse grip relatively well. Fingers fit in the choils just like they should. And in addition to the texturing on the handle, there is a lanyard hole which I've filled, put 6 feet of paracord in the box knot. And yes, no, I mean no, it's not supposed to be phallic looking, but everyone points it out. You know, I just kind of try to fit as much cording in there. I didn't know how to end the knot, so I just did this. Jeez, give me a break, guys. Anyway, yeah, 550 cord lanyard, 6 feet. That'll do whatever you need to in a well, not whatever you need to, but 6 feet is a good a length of cord to have, especially on one knife. And I've got this here, which is about 20 some feet. Zavman91, look him up on YouTube. Made this for me. Found him on Instagram. Great guy. He'll do custom blade work. sells paracord bracelets, and I must say, this is a very, very well-made paracord bracelet, so props to him. Moving on, I think we talked enough about the handle here. Let's go back to the blade. I got combo edge, something I will regret forever probably, because this is my first knife purchase really as a serious knife buyer. Spent a lot of money on it. I don't think they even sell this version anymore with the tiger stripes on SOG's website, but you can still probably find it on Amazon. Probably about $150 when shipping and everything is added up. It was like $20 extra for this finish, which has lasted no rust, and this thing has been completely submerged in water. It's been spent 2 weeks in the humid Floridian environment in Sheath. Got hit with some salt water. No rust on it, and I've done batoning, wood chopping, and everything with it, and you can start to see the grind lines showing through from wearing the sheath. But I think that's cool. I like to see that definition, and the tiger stripe design is cool. But yeah, no, I regret getting the combo edge because when I'm batoning this side, so when you're batoning through the blade, and I have a video about, or not through the blade, when you're batoning through the wood, this really isn't enough blade to baton with. You need the full thing. So you put the thing in, you're hammering it down, and as you're hammering, the tip is going through the wood because it's straight edge, but back here there's a lot more friction with those serrations. It's not as sharp, so it kind of gets hung up, and you really have to push with it. It makes batoning more of a chore. Still able to do. It still functioned well, not as clean as it could be, but it batoned, and I would definitely do it in a survival situation. I would trust this knife to baton. I know it can. And also, on the spine of the blade, it's rasped. So there's rasping on the back. Not here. I think they should continue the rasping here. It would serve as a jimping for the thumb. I don't know why not. I mean, seriously, guys. Let's put some rasping back here. But up here, the blade is fully rasped, and you can use this for notching in wood, cut out notches, and it also serves as traction for gloved hands, regular hands. This will chew up your baton though, so make sure you have a good baton. It's a clip style blade. The double recurve on the top is unique to SOG. They employ that in a lot of their designs. It's nice that aesthetically, and it strengthens the blade. As you can see, the blade stock is thick here, and then it kind of works its way thin here, and then it tapers off to the point. But it's not, the blade isn't actually thinner here. The grind, which starts halfway. Are you serious? Excuse that. It's still going. Sorry about that. Let's get back into it. So we left off talking about the blade profile. The blade doesn't actually get thinner and wider here and here. It stays a uniform length all the way to the point because just the way it's ground. It's actually ground up here. It's mostly just aesthetic, but that creates not a full flat grind. It's hollow ground from here. And the thing that I just do not understand, let's see if you guys can tell. Let's focus on the blade here. The blade comes into focus. Okay, so if you notice the grind angle here is different from the grind angle here. This grind angle is longer than this one. So what this does is it creates an uneven grind angle. Basically what's happening is it's like this. How do I illustrate this? If you're familiar with what chisel ground means, is that one edge is flat and the other one is ground, and that makes it sharp, but it dulls quickly. This is almost chisel ground. You have a very shallow angle next to a very wide angle, and I don't know why they did that. If this was the same angle on both sides, this would be a nice cutting blade, but it's not. So it's weird to sharpen, and I think it detracts from the sharpness of the blade. Another thing to note is that this blade did not come super sharp factory from the factory. I'll probably send it back to them. I'll probably send all of my SOG knives back to them at one point just to get them all maintenanced up, and you know, have them fix the grind angles. Or I'm gonna talk to some guy who owns an archery shop down here, see if he'll do some blade work, if he can. I don't know. So that pretty much brings us to overall impressions and stories. This knife has served me well in my experience batoning. Not the sharpest knife, not the sharpest knife in the box, but I'd say without the combo edge. Oh yeah, we can talk about the serrations. These serrations are smooth, considerably smoother than VEF serrations from CRKT, but they're not the best. They're not. I don't know. They don't saw quickly. VEF serrations saw extremely quickly, and these don't, but they're smooth. So it's kind of a balance you have to find. I would definitely recommend this knife straight edge. If you look over here, here's an example. Excuse me. There's an example of a straight edge. You know, still looks nice. I think it looks better. You don't need to get it with the custom finish. You know, it's cool. I would go for black, not satin. Black will increase ruggedness, ruggedability, durability in the field with hard use. Especially their black titanium nitrate finish is excellent. Wears very well. I'm pretty sure that's what this is here, with some like fake acid etching. But I'm pretty sure this is a titanium nitrate finish that's just been modified a little bit with the tiger stripe pattern. Overall, you know, for a medium fixed blade, hiking camp knife, I'd say this is very good. If you're going to be doing wood processing, light wood processing, mostly batoning, can't really chop with it because it's not heavy enough in the front. Probably heavier in the handle than in the front, actually. It'll be a good knife for you. The occasional day hiker, backpacker, I would take this along. I carry it on Molly in the like this on the sheath, hanging on my left. Hanging on the left like this, so I can just draw it down and away. Not up on the shoulders because that brings it too close to your neck, but yeah. So that's pretty much all I have to say about the SOG Seal Pup. It's been a good knife to take along with me, and it might be a little bit expensive. It's about $100, $120, $125, but you're getting a good quality product. The handle's not going to break on you. The blade's not going to break. Full tang, solid, good for wood splitting, good for batoning, chopping. With a full straight edge blade, you can probably do some skinning, hunting tasks, anything like that. Rasping for creating snares, and maybe even a makeshift bow you could do. And everyone always thinks Seal Pup, combat knife. I would not say so. I don't think this is a combat knife. It's just not sharp enough, and not a good thruster or slicer to be a combat knife. It is strong, but I would put this knife more in a utility role. This has been Beepo 16A. Oh, another thing, full tang even down here to the lanyard hole. The lanyard hole drills through the tang, so you got a strong lanyard hole. This is not going to break on you. The GRN is very strong. But thank you for watching. This has been Beepo 16A. Want to see more? Go ahead and subscribe. Most people are accustomed to the YouTube ways. If you liked it, subscribe. And if you're gonna subscribe, you might as well drop a like on the video. I'd appreciate that. And tell your friends, man. And go check out Zav, man. Great guy. Thank you, SOG. My first knife purchase, not one I regret. Although I do regret the combo edge. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Sorry about that, guys. It was the phone ringing. Hopefully no one leaves a message. No message?